Yo, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Harry. I've got a Mark 1 Fabia VRS on air ride, and it always breaks. I'm always working on it, and today it's broken, and today we're working on it. So I was driving along the other day. It's always when I'm driving along, and I just heard a big come from the front of the engine, and I thought, that don't sound too good. And yeah, I've blown a massive hole in my flexi on my exhaust. And being a PD, being smoky, all them fumes are coming out the bonnet when I boot it and into the cab, and it stinks. And it's just not a happy time. So today we're going to be getting the downpipe off and welding in a new flexi. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to start cracking on. So we all know what step one is. Jack it up. Going to get some axle stands under here. I like to put the axle stands on the subframe because it actually has a bit of a nicer surface to go onto, and my seals are not the happiest. So yeah, 2 axle stands underneath the subframe, and going to start cracking on getting this downpipe off. First thing I'm going to be trying to do is unbolting the downpipe off the turbo. Now, it's really fiddly on these PDs. It's not awful. There's one bolt down the back in between the cylinder head and the turbo on the downpipe that you just can't get to. Because I've got an aftermarket downpipe, it really makes life even more difficult. So yeah, I've got 2 axle stands under the car now. Car's sitting up over there nicely. So I'm going to try and film as much as I can, obviously because it's under the car and my tripod isn't the biggest. I'll try my best to get as much content as I can, but yeah, most of it might be time-lapsing and me cracking on at this point. As you can quite clearly see, there really is not much room under my car. I should have really put the axle stands up a notch, but I just didn't really have time. Getting onto the turbo nuts are an absolute pain on these PD130s, especially because my downpipe is an aftermarket downpipe. There really is not much room to get them off, so it is a right fiddle undoing all the bolts and undoing all the nuts. But with a little bit of perseverance, we get them off. Get top. Right, so if you can see, I've actually got all the nuts off now, so downpipe is off the turbo, but I need to now take off this exhaust hanger because it goes up there. So follow it down, undo this clamp, and then this is really tight under it. It's horrible. And then yeah, the downpipe will come off. So it's actually gone a lot smoother than I thought, so I'm preparing for something really bad to go wrong. Rightio, so as you would have just seen, I got the downpipe off the Fab. It is absolutely annihilated, that flexi. I'll show you in a bit, it's ruined. But we've just measured it up with the vernier to get the right measurements. We're going to head to the car parts store, the Go and Spare in Littlehampton. They've got loads of flexis on the shelf, so we're going to measure one up, try and hopefully get one that is as close as possible. There is a little bit of leeway here and there of how much you can get away with, difference-wise of size, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we're yeah, get the right one. I'm going to clean up and I'm going to shoot off. Oh, you can't really see. No, you can. Look, he's got a screen in the back of his motor. Why'd you put a screen in the back of your car? Bro thinks he's a bus. We arrived at Finesse Motorworks. Craig there, who's going to be doing the job for me. He didn't hesitate, straight in with the angle grinder, cutting off the old flexi. I know I said I'd actually show you the old flexi, but unfortunately I forgot to get a video. It did have a huge hole just blown straight through the flexi side. As you can imagine, not good. So yeah, Craig just did not hesitate in cracking on with cutting it off. Well, I was quite intrigued in the way he cut it actually, because we normally just cut straight through, but Craig done it in sections, like cut through it in sections, and apparently that's the best way to do it, to get the cleanest cut. Fucking hell. So the way Craig welded it, I think he said it's called, is it tack welding? So he's basically doing loads and loads of little blobs all the way around the downpipe. It's not the cleanest method of welding, but like he said, it does the job, and it's the quickest and easiest way to get that on. I know there's going to be some welding gurus in the comments right now typing away, saying that it's the worst thing they've ever seen, and God forbid it's done. But you know what? It does the job, and that's all it needs to do. It's a bit of exhaust pipe. As long as the exhaust gases flow through it and it doesn't split in half, I really do not care. Now she's mixed. So exhaust is back from my mate with the welder, as you saw. Good as new, really. I am going to put some high temp VHT paint, very high temperature paint on it, just to make sure the welds last and not going to crack and go rusty and all sorts of stuff like that. And yeah, it will just make it a bit nicer, really. So let's get spraying. Exhaust actually is pretty cool. Got it, yeah, in like this matte high temp primer. Still drying a little bit. I've only painted pretty much from there down to there, because that's going to be the bit that's getting the hot. And you can see where it has got hot before, because it's gone a bit of a dodgy colour, whereas the rest of the exhaust is still, doesn't look too bad really. So I painted all that, painted the welds, so the welds aren't going to rust and corrode. And apart from that, it's going to go back on. Now Tom, because Tom's obviously the kindest guy there is, I've got a new part. It's going on the fab. Can you guess what it is? New splitter. Cheers, Tom, mate. Because obviously the old one we did repair and it's not ideal. And where I painted it, it's come out more matte black than gloss black. So brand new, courtesy of RSP stores. If you guys do need a splitter, RSP for Fabias and stuff, honestly, the only place to go. I am going to razz a little link in the description for him because he sorted me out, so big up. Whilst Tom is cracking on, lining up the new splitter, drilling the holes, I'm straight back under the Fabia, fitting the new downpipe back on. Right, so downpipe is on. Fab is driving pretty well, but we did have a problem that I do have to show you guys, and it's under the bonnet. Welcome to my engine bay. So, after I fitted the downpipe, I went for a spin, as you do, and obviously you've got to test your nice new loud exhaust. And during said testing procedure, I actually completely lost all power. I'm going to really quickly cut in a snippet of my boost gauge and you can see what's happening here. So I was pulling my hair out. I thought I'd blown my turbo. I mean, yeah, you know, like it all goes through your head. I think I'd blown my engine and all that. But after checking everything, checked the map sensor, I plugged it into VCDS, literally done everything. I had an Audi Master Tech come out for a spin with VCDS and live data. Even he was stumped by it. And what it was is, you know, you get them dark side silicone intake pipes. It was sucking in on itself and causing it to choke out. So I replaced it with a factory standard intake pipe. And then after that, it was still having problems, and it turned out pretty much all it was is that I had a clogged, dirty air filter. What an idiot. So I found it, I found the problem. I've got a new downpipe. The Fabia is boosted. There is only one specified way of testing if your Fabia VRS is running correctly. Let's give it a go. So as you can see, the Fabia is ripping, it's sick. If you did enjoy this video, please, please, please smash that subscribe button, smash that like video, and let's go on to the next one.